Five. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Entertainment with Kelly. You're watching Entertainment with Kelly live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Ooh, like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I am Kelly, and today I am interviewing one of the top real estate agents in Michigan, Urte Patrick, and thank you for coming on the show.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure.
Yes. So I'm going to go into asking you several questions. I'm going to ask Urte, what made you want to go into real estate?
Well, it started when I was younger and it sparked an interest with me because my mother was a real estate agent. And sometimes I would go with her to the open houses. I would help her with advertisement. Uh, I watched her close deals and the excitement of closing the deals. I mean, I really loved it was kind of a rush, really, honestly. Um, And I also got to see how good it made people feel to purchase their first home or even like an upgrade for their families. It was really amazing. So that was always there inside of me. It took me some time to finally follow that, but um, it just started very young, just from watching my mother.
Awesome. So, besides that, you weren't in like school or something. I know you were young. So, was it high school or junior high that you decided to go into this or college?
Okay, so I want to say my first experience was in middle school. Um, I was I was in middle school around 12, and like I said, I was helping my mother and assisting her with closing houses and deals and things like that. And I really had to. I guess I have to thank my teachers because I had some excellent teachers. I went to a really good private school.
Sure.
So I went to a school that had some of the best teachers, and they showed us more than just education. They showed us different aspects of life. So they were showing me things on the legal um, ax point with different laws and things like that. So when they first introduced law to me, I said, "Oh, okay. I can remember these laws. I'm into these laws. I was learning them. I was memorizing them, and then finally, um, someone came and taught to me more about real estate, and it went from more than just watching my mother, do open houses and do closings. It went from connecting it to actual legal stance point. There's quite a few of laws that you have to learn for real estate. So when you put that together, you're almost like a lawyer because you have so many laws to remember to make sure that your client comes out on the on the best part of the deal. I should have say, if it goes right, everybody gets something. So so
Yes.
yeah. So with that being said, it was just really going to some excellent schools that helped me connect law to real estate. Um, you can also be a real estate agent without going to the schools I went to. Don't think that. But I did go to some really good schools, and I really had a mother and a whole family that worked so I could go to those schools. So I went to St. Agatha for high school, and after that, I continued on to college, and the studying skills that I learned helped me pass the test because a lot of people think that test is a cakewalk. It is not.
No.
So you have to learn a lot of laws to do real estate, and it's important too because you don't want any of your clients to buy a home and then later find out something they really dreamed about doing with the home is not part of the zoning laws and they can't ever do it, or that the home uh, had these problems and this problem, and you didn't advise them properly. So there are a lot of laws to learn, but it's necessary if you want to be a good agent
Yeah.
and if you want the best for your clients.
Yes, I agree. Oh my goodness, it is so important. And the real estate test, I really commend you on it because I had took a glance at it once before myself, and then I was just like, "Oh no." This is it's kind of hard. It's not for me. But
Well, it is for you. You graduated high school a year early, so it is for you. you just you didn't have the passion. Your passion is entertainment.
exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, with that being said, so is there anything you can tell us to watch out for, like if a real estate agent is just in it for money, or if they're, actually want to help people such as yourself?
Okay, so a way if you know that an agent only has personal interest only, it'll be obvious things. You will see things wrong, and not you don't have to be an agent, you don't have to be an inspector to recognize a problem with a home. It's just some of it's common sense. Like if you see problems with the house, you can always tell, like in the basement, if the basement floods frequently, because sometimes there's a water line. It's
Yeah.
like a ring around, and you'll see that. And a lot of times they're clever and they paint over it, but they won't recommend the proper procedure for you. They seem to be rushing you. Anybody that's rushing you does not have your best interest in mind.
Hmm.
So that's one of the ways you'll know. They won't encourage you to just do the proper homework on the home in the neighborhood. Uh, they want you to close on whatever you can afford, whatever you're approved for. They try to get you to close on it right away. And don't get me wrong, I love money just as much as the next person.
Yes.
But I also believe there is a karmic law, there is a
Yeah.
universe, and there is a God. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
all these things come back to you.
Yeah.
And so, with that being said, I always try to advise my client and use everything that I know, all of my knowledge, to put them in the best home. But yeah, you can always tell. It's always a rushed behavior about it. It's
Mhm.
always not recommending that you check into the things that is obvious even to an average person, not even in real estate. They want you to ignore that, or they want you to brush it under the rug. Beware of that.
Oh,
Beware of that. Um,
yes.
your real estate agent is your protector in a way, your defender. They should be telling you, well, with any home, you already have to get a inspection, but they should be telling you, hey, well, I think this is best for your family. I think this, they should be going according to what you requested, what you're looking for.
Yes.
Hmm.
Uh,
So that's a telltale sign. Rushing, I mean, no one has forever. That's one thing.
yeah.
But it's an unnatural rushing. It's it's a hurry up, let's close this deal. Um, or, like it's an aggression to close the deal. Um,
Plain mind.
outside of your
Yeah.
comfort zone, outside of your, it's
Yeah.
called duress in the real estate world.
It's
You can
called what?
actually duress.
Okay.
So you can actually get out of a contract if you can prove you were under duress during the real estate deal. That means pressure. Uh, even if you were going through a loss of a loved one,
Yes.
anything that puts you under stress where you can't decide clearly, you can actually get out of a deal with the home, if you were pressured and under duress. And that includes a real estate agent putting pressure on you for his own benefit.
Yes. I think of things when I hear, you know, this house isn't going to be here for long, someone else is going to get it and things like that.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes.
hey, so yeah, I feel you on that. I love it. So
Or
now,
also when they're saying ridiculous things, it's a term called puffing.
oh
And
wow,
puffing is when they take a
puffing,
little bit, yeah,
puffing.
puffing, like
Oh, puffing,
puff,
puffing, like
like
blowing
puff.
smoke up
Yes,
your
yes.
chimney.
So it's called puffing when it's greatly exaggerated.
Oh
So
yeah,
they'll also exaggerate, you know, hey, let's get this uh coming in. They'll offer a impossible deal to get you in the door.
wow.
And that's another thing that they do, and it's called puffing. It's exaggeration, is what it is.
Now, right now, are you in just residential living, or do you do commercial uh, properties as well?
Well, right now I'm doing residential,
Okay.
but I am taking the steps to try to move forward into commercial. So if you have some commercial property, bring it on.
Right.
Right. So I am definitely making those steps to do commercial. I do have a lot of friends and family in commercial real estate. So it's definitely where I wouldn't recommend any real estate agent to just stop at residential.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. So, with this being, I must ask you now, are there any other signs we should look for? Like, of course, that being, I think I heard something like, if you can also tell, like, as far as mold issues, and of course, we're coming out of COVID 19, and where we all want to stay healthy, but before COVID 19, you have issues where residents would move into a home that was freshly painted, beautiful. And like a month later, mold started to peep out from everywhere. Now, is there any signs we can look for in regards of that?
Well, like I said, mold, a lot of times mold comes from moisture. So
Hmm.
signs of moisture is a big giveaway. And the number one thing is it's illegal to close on a house without an inspection.
Yeah.
So if you decide to close on a home and your real estate agent is not recommending an inspection, um, it's not good. And me personally, I'm not against a second inspection. I
Yeah.
mean, if you have the money, I'm not against a second opinion. I actually experienced a situation where I had to help a young lady. She purchased a home. She got an inspection, of course, because you really can't close without the inspection. She got the inspection, and when she got in the house, there were still a million problems. Now,
Oh,
what she had done is hired a company recommended by the seller.
oh no.
You don't want to hire a company recommended by the seller's agent. Now, you hope that they're honest, but their goal is to sell you that house they're representing their seller, right?
Exactly.
So that might even be a good company to go with. But I say do your homework. I say look and just check other companies out. It's nothing wrong with trusting the seller and the seller's agent. But I always say do your homework, get the best inspectors that you can, and compare because you don't ever want to move into a home that is just falling apart. And the thing about home issues, they don't show up a lot of times till it's way too late. so
Yes. Yeah.
so I would recommend that anyone get an inspector and do their homework and try to pick the best inspector that they can.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I thank you so much. So now I have to ask because I know like from living on West Boston and things like that, those neighborhoods like you could of course there was a block club or thing, something like that,
Mhm.
but it was more bougie or it wasn't quite called a block club if you remember. But if you have noisy neighbors, I mean destroying the peace neighbors to somehow move into the neighborhood, what are the steps? And this might sound mean, but I got to keep it real. What are the steps you can use and take as far as like possibly having them to calm down or even to move out of the neighborhood? Because
O-
someone told me something about downtown, but it was in one ear and out the other.
Okay. So here's one thing you can do, especially in a historic neighborhood like West Boston, University District, Sherwood Forest, Palmer Woods. They do have legal restrictions for the neighborhood that actually outrank the city laws because they are stricter. Their own little personal rules that they have set for their area
Yeah.
outrank the even their city that it's in.
Yeah.
And you find out what they are. And what you can do is you can do a personal lawsuit. A
What?
personal lawsuit, yes, you can do a personal lawsuit and you can say, hey, this person is breaking this law, this law, this law. Have all your documents. Our neighborhood only requires this, and he has broken or she has broken each of these or one of these. We have sent many requests for him to stop. We have gotten police involved, to request them, hey, you're too noisy. They have not done it. You can do your own personal lawsuit.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Now,
even even from them putting up uh, things on their home, because a lot of those nicer neighborhoods, they like a certain uniform look.
yes.
Go
Yeah.
to the side of the uniform look that they have, they can a personal lawsuit. A lot of people don't know that, and
Yeah.
it is extreme. I wouldn't do that to a noisy neighbor, but it
Well, I'm talking about the neighbor that's not just noisy, but has some type of drama, whether it's baby mama drama
yes, yeah,
or it seems like okay, your boy is always pulling up playing loud music like he's on Belle Isle sitting in the car, and I'm scared. So that's what I'm talking
yeah.
about,
Okay, but you in the neighborhood, you can get together. It's still you could take it to court. You
Oh
could
wow.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they find them so they wish they hadn't. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
yes, you can definitely you take it to court.
I, from living, of course, we dwelled on West Boston and then, of course, West Side, the Sherwood Forest area, you and I, because we're sisters. Uh, of course, it's like, okay, my mom and we are, we're in this neighborhood. We don't expect that. But even where I am now, I rep, I don't want to come off as super bougie. So I rep, 6 Mile and, all of that cool stuff. But it's like, at the same time, even where I am now, I know you're out in Canton. You did your own thing a long time ago and moved to Canton. But even where I am now, it's like the neighborhood was always quiet. And now it's like, I swear, there's a neighbor across the street, and you hear her and her boyfriend or whoever arguing all the time. Then you hear like the cars going back and forth, his car going back and forth. Like, I don't know. To me, because maybe it's because I'm kind of tough. A car going back and forth is not going to scare me. If you're in a relationship, I don't know what type of stupid love they're on. But here I am across the street, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this neighborhood was quiet for about 6 months. Until you moved in, and you've been here for like 6 months. So it's like, I just don't get it. So it's like the neighbors and my mom, and well, our mom and we're like, oh my gosh, what type of ignorant stuff is this? If you're going to be together, be together. If you're not, go on. It's summertime anyway. Summertime, most people, like to go and mingle anyway. A lot of relationships break up in summertime. So it's like, so that's something. Your information is really helpful, because it's like everyone is like, they have to go. They have to.
Yeah.
It's not the most. It's not perfect. Like, it's not, well, not perfect, but it's not like, how when we were in Sherwood Forest,
Well,
or
I'll
in
tell you that times are changing.
or in West Boston. It was just, it's like, what the hell? Okay, we have a caller.
Hello.
Hi, thank you for calling the show.
Hi, I'm calling from Salisbury, North Carolina.
Awesome.
I have a question that I would like to ask. One thing that I was curious about, and I wanted the question to be organic, because in this day and age, with Kelly, you mentioning safety as a realtor, how would you go about staying safe when you have to show these houses to people?
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of times I bring someone.
Mm-hmm.
I bring someone. There's nothing against. There's no rule against having an assistant, or just let people know also where you are, where you're going to be, what are you going to be doing.
Wow.
As long as others have knowledge of where you are and what's going on, you should be able to, practice safety. But yeah, I always bring someone. I'm a woman, and I don't.
We
I
can't
don't.
see those big boobies right now, but
But
see.
anyway, so I.
And the reason why I ask is because you're very beautiful,
Yeah.
and so always both of y'all are beautiful. It's always the concern, because I don't think that people talk about it enough.
Yeah, so it is a danger aspect in that there have been some cases where agents have almost been assaulted
Mm-hmm.
And
due to someone pretending that they want to see a home and they don't really want to see the home. Their goal is to predatorize you. That's why I always bring someone. I try to always bring someone. I try to make sure my pepper spray is handy, keeping it real. And
you got that pepper spray, that knife, that gun,
that pepper spray,
you got it. You
that
got
gun,
your
all of my American rights, all of my American rights.
all of your American rights. That's right.
I just thought that your answer is so perfect, and you're educating all the soon-to-be realtors.
I hope so,
because we live in a different time.
Yes, times have
So
changed.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you so
That's
much.
all I wanted to say.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that wonderful answer.
Thank you, beautiful caller. My other beautiful sister, Arcel, that's really mom. I have a great mom, but let's keep it real. You know, it take a village to raise a child, you know, and I mean, I thank you. You are so beautiful, and I can't wait to have you on the show.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of Arte. And y'all are just just people that I that I can look up to. See.
Oh no.
No,
No,
we look up to you.
absolutely.
You look, yeah, you look super hot and stuff, but we look up to you.
Oh, thank you. Well, Arate, Kelly, would you put the number up? And everyone that's watching, could you all remember to hit the like button?
Oh,
Could you
yeah.
put the number up to the station for those of us that want to call in as well?
Yes, for sure. I just text my manager. So yeah, they're on it as always. If it's not my manager, it's a beautiful young lady by the name of Tasha, whoever's in the engineering room. But yeah, I think my
Oh, the
awesome
number's up there.
manager,
Great.
my awesome manager is on it for sure. And that
Yes.
number, I need glasses, so I'm going to get up close. It's 313
Hmm.
355 6018. So yeah, I
Yay.
think it's just a tad bit different. It might not be on the screen, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
for a
it's
live
so
stream.
much,
And I
so
thank
much
you.
better. I mean, I love the backdrop,
I do.
everything.
They're doing it here at
They really
WJZZ.
are. They really are. And they have great talent in you.
Yes,
And you
they
have great guests in Chiquila and in Arte and in Caesar. So I'll let y'all go. Talk to
yes.
y'all later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you too. Love you.
Love you
Love
guys.
you.
Oh, let's answer, accept. Hi, caller. Hi, caller. You're on.
Hello. Hello, good evening. Hi, Kelly.
Hey, niece-in-law, what's up?
Nothing. I have a question for the real estate agent over here.
Yeah.
My question for her is,
I'm having a
uh,
brain malfunction, but it's okay. Go ahead.
yeah, my question was, have you ever, I guess, real estated a house? I don't know the proper term for it, but rented out a house, I guess, that you got from real estate. Have you ever put it on Section 8?
That's a good question. Yeah, save some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know how to properly ask, but you know what I'm talking about. Did you ever put one on Section 8 before?
oh, okay. So I have assisted someone in preparing for Section 8. I know this gentleman, um, and he and his girlfriend, they invested in several properties. And they came to me and they said, we're interested in Section 8. What are the steps we need to take? So the number one
Uh,
thing you need to know is if you're going to rent out a home through Section 8, it has to be up to code. If you're renting a home under regular circumstances, of course it's up
um,
to code, but the government is checking every detail. So you really want to make sure that that is not an issue. You want to make sure that you are um, it's like I compare it to a lot of times is for people who get foster kids or adopt.
mhm.
They're going to walk through that home. They're going to say, "Oh, you no chip paint." They're going to say, "This can't be here. That can't be there. This is the health hazard." I mean, they are a lot stricter than renting a home on a normal basis. But if you can get the home up to code, or if it's already up to code to their standards, then you'll have a lot of success. They pay quite a bit of money for the customers or for the lessee, and
Yeah, okay.
But that's the main thing. I have assisted him with several houses. And in fact, he wanted me to help manage his property, but it's so many properties. So, and I don't really have time to babysit, a group of properties like that. So basically, basically that's it. Just keeping it up to code. Anytime they have any complaint, fix it fast. Because if they tell Section 8, they will stop paying you. And they'll start looking for her. They'll start looking for the tenant a new home.
All right. Well, thanks for the insight and enjoy the rest of your evening, ladies. And good luck.
Thank you so much, Nisa.
And Nisha, where your city and state?
Oh, yeah. I'm calling from Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
She says, okay.
She's so cool.
Yeah, she is.
Bye. You
All
cool
right.
too.
Thank you. Bye. All right. All right. So we have another caller. Let's go for it. Hi, caller.
Hi,
Hi, beautiful caller. Can you say your name and your state?
my name is Tiffany. I'm calling from Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, Kentucky in the house. Kentucky in the house.
All
So
right.
my question is, do you have any advice for anyone that's trying to buy a house during the pandemic? Because like a lot of things is, not normal. So do you have any advice for buying a house during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So the right agent, the right agent, the right agent. Also,
you mentioned. Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Beautiful. You mentioned earlier about the great deals from the president or something.
yeah. So yeah, I was getting there, Kelly.
Oh, sorry.
So the number one thing is you got to have the right agent so they will know what deals are going on right now, what opportunities are being offered in your area. I know for a fact right now, Biden has set up a deal for first-time homeowners to get a $15,000 down payment. And to me, that's huge because you can get a beautiful home with that kind of down payment. And that is something because of COVID. Actually, COVID has set out a lot of assistance with homes and buying homes and things like that. A lot of people are in a rush too. Some people want to sell their homes. Everybody's mind state is different, right? Because of COVID. So some people actually feel like, hey, I want to be close to my family. They're moving back to their hometowns. They're moving back next to their loved ones. I can't tell you how many homes are being sold because they're like, I want to move back to my family. I could have lost them. I could have did this, and they're relaxed with it. They're not under duress, but they just want to go and they want to get it over with, and they will take an offer lower than what the home is appraised for, definitely. So, but yeah, if you're a first-time home buyer, look into that. You want someone who knows what's going on so they can tell you, hey, well, this is being offered. This is being offered. The mortgage company that you're going through, you want to make sure they accept those offers, because just because it's being offered does not mean every mortgage company or every home seller will accept it. So the number one thing I can tell you is homework, homework, homework. I'm based out of Michigan and you're in Kentucky, but the rules aren't too different. You want to definitely do your homework on what is being offered at the time, especially for a first-time homeowner, because a lot of places offer deals for first-time homeowners.
So do you think that right now during COVID is like a good time to start looking?
Definitely. I definitely think this year is a good time to start looking too, because a lot of things they're offering this year, we don't know if they'll be there next year. So definitely, this is a good time. And a lot of people are staying still, but I mean, these houses are selling and they are going for a lot less than their value. And it's mainly because people just want to be closer to home, closer to their loved ones, and maybe they live far, or maybe they just, a big change like COVID somehow inspires people to make a big change. And a lot of times that's location. So definitely this is a good year, and COVID is not a bad time. Not if you're doing your homework.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome, sweetie. And thank you so much.
You sound young. How, if you don't mind, how old are you?
I'm actually 31. Everyone says I look young,
young.
sound young, everything.
Yeah. So yeah, run and get that home you want. Do your
Yes, it's your time. It's your time.
It's your time, because I know in Michigan they're lifting up COVID restrictions on July 1st. Even if you're not vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask unless it's a company that's like saying you can't come in here, unless you're vaxxed, or you have to wear a mask anyway. So, it seems like, now is the time to start running. If you're not going to, like how stimulus checks came out, and another stimulus check might come to us again. If you're not going to purchase a vehicle or a home, or if you're not going to purchase a vehicle or go on vacation or something like that, or start your own business, now is the time to definitely get that home. So, caller, I thank you again, and thank you, Kentucky. You guys rock, and you are beautiful, and I thank you for your support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You too. Have a nice night.
Thank you.
Too. Now, another thing they're going to say when these things shut down, they're going to say, "Hey, we gave you this, we gave you that. You did not take advantage of it."
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's starting to, the fun is pretty much almost over, well, not for us, but definitely, it's starting to, you better move now while you can.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. So with that, it's so much I want to.
I love it too, Kelly.
I love it. I know you made fun of me because I say that every show. I love it.
But I love it, literally.
When it's a great interview or
I love it. I love it too.
You know how Wendy Williams say, "How you doing?" I guess I'll say, "I love it." And I like that. I like Ellen DeGeneres, but I don't quite remember her lingo. I know she come out on stage dancing, so maybe one day I'll come in here, do a little Ellen dance or something like
that. Maybe, Kelly.
Maybe. Who knows? It depends on, honestly, how much alcohol is in my system. And we have another.
No.
Yeah, it's true. I keep it real.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Yes, hi, caller. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and city and state?
My name is Tori, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
Hi, Tori.
I have a question for Arte.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm 24 years old, and in the future, what are some things that insights or things that I need to know going forth in that?
Okay, so number one, keep your credit intact. Or if it's like, I know sometimes with young people, they don't have bad credit, but they just haven't built credit. Right. So, do small things. Pardon me?
I'm sorry, beautiful Arte, the best real estate agent in Michigan and all over the country and the world. Listen, caller, how old are you?
24.
You're a youngin'. That's when those credit cards start coming in. So you gotta keep it in check. Don't fall for the trick, because I fell for the trick and I had to cash out later on to get my score back up. But go on.
So, yes, like Kelly said, I do recommend that you use them, but use them carefully. Use them more as a tool as opposed to something to buy things or for fun. So what I mean by
Right.
tool is a tool to build your credit because you just started, being old enough really to have, exercise your credit. So um, it's just a tool. So you don't want to just buy like, I want this, I'll buy it. You want to say, I'm going to buy something small so it'll be easy for me to pay off. And that
So it's pretty much an ongoing investment.
Yeah, and each time it will build your credit. Long longevity. And I know when you're young, you're still picking your career, so it's hard to have that long longevity. A lot of mortgage companies like that. But I'm not saying it's not possible still. You just got to shop around. Definitely, definitely if you can find a co-sign.
And one more question I have for you.
Sure.
How important home insurance truly is?
Great question.
So I would recommend home insurance to anyone because
Renters, even renters?
yes, even renters, because a fire has no specific bias. It has no someone next door could be reckless. You think you're careless, someone next door could be reckless. And their home catch
Right.
fire, and the wind blows into your house, and your home catch fire. Um,
Right.
a lot of times, you think a neighborhood is safe. Maybe you live in a really nice neighborhood, and this is for our renters. You live in a really nice neighborhood. You still want insurance, and that's because people will come from other neighborhoods. They'll come because they think you have nice things. I just
Right.
recommend insurance for anyone, especially as an agent. I always try to find out about the property. Certain properties, especially near water, you want to know if that sea level rises. If that sea level, right now, I can sell you a house and it looks beautiful, and you're like, oh, I got a beach in front of my house. It's perfect. But they're not telling you, hey, it's June now, but in October, the water's going to rise to a level where, it'll be at your doorstep. So I always, as an agent, I always investigate those things, especially when I see water. Does this have a history of flood, and what season? And I'm going to automatically tell you as my client, hey, you might want to invest in flood insurance. Okay. You might want to invest, you can check the neighborhood, a lot of theft, you can check the crime level and everything like that, a lot of theft. You might want to invest in, just home insurance in general and an alarm. So it depends on where you are. But again, I can't say homework enough. I can't say do the work enough. And I know I already said it 1,000 times, but in general, a good agent will do the homework for you, or even you do it yourself, and you find out, hey, do I need this home insurance? You definitely do. I recommend every home have home insurance. It could be wiring that the inspection didn't catch. It could be nature, tornado, hurricanes. It depends on where you live. Tornadoes, hurricanes, cyclones. You got to know where you live and know what can happen. So definitely, yes. Sorry if I get these long.
Well, thank you so much. You truly did answer my question.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in. I love helping people the best way I can, or if I can give them the knowledge I have, it means a great deal to me too.
Great. Now I have to ask you, because the calls are coming in for you. Beautiful girl. Now I've spoke on my show past shows in regards of people moving from California, big Hollywood stars. And of course, they, especially last year, and I'm pretty sure if it hasn't started, went on this year, it's going to start the wildfires with California. What and why? I mean, what would you say to someone that's saying, "Hey, I want to move to Cali," and in that particular area? I know for sure, watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you have the whole thing with the, even Kim House was being affected by the wildfires in Calabasas,
Mhm.
and then I want to ask, so it's a double question. Why are a lot of stars choosing Michigan? You know?
Well, my friend, Michigan is becoming the new Hollywood, if you haven't heard.
Oh, that's why I'm
uh,
up here.
yes. So, um, there has been a great deal of West Coast residents transferring, moving to Michigan, particularly Detroit. Um, it has become popular. I got a couple hipster friends, and they have moved here, and they're like, "Yeah, it's the place to be." You know, they love it. A lot more movies are being made
Yeah,
um, here in Detroit and in Michigan. And they're bringing a lot of Hollywood back to our city. Now, we used to be Motown, and you could walk down the street. You know, I remember my mother telling me, I would walk down the street and see Marvin Gaye. I could walk down the streets and see, hey, uh, Barry White, or what's our dad, Teddy
so
Pendergrass.
you look so young, like you wouldn't have
Well,
known.
I remember my mom saying.
Right, right.
I wasn't there. Don't try to put age on me. I wasn't there. So,
Yeah, you
so,
yeah, okay, okay, yes.
basically, with hearing those stories, um, I was able to, okay, so I looked at our city. I was able to take a step back and look at our city. And I looked at all the talent, and I looked at all the people, and I knew that um, we were going to rise again. You
Yeah.
know, I knew that the immense talent here in Detroit, I knew, and I'm out of Ken, but I'm a Detroit girl. I love Detroit. I love everything about it. And even if you live somewhere else, I encourage you to invest in a home in Detroit.
Yeah.
So back to what I was saying. Yes. So a lot of my friends from California say, "Oh my God, they're actually excited that I live in Detroit, Michigan," and they're like, "Oh well, you know, it is so nice, and that it's just popular." Um, if you look at the neighborhoods, they are becoming a lot more mixed, which is a beautiful thing because there's beauty and variety.
Yes, and we're a mixed family. Go on.
Yeah, so the neighborhoods are becoming a lot more mixed, a lot of different cultures and races
Yeah.
um, in Detroit, and they are from California.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are from LA. They are from Hollywood. They are really believing they've seen the things. They live in California. They really recognize that Detroit is turning to the new Hollywood. So it may take you a little time to see the full transformation, but definitely if you look around, you'll see it happening even in the small things right now.
Oh, I see it. I was talking to this rich Greek guy, and he was just like, these rougher neighborhoods in a few years, they're going to be gone. At first, years back, they were like in 10 years. Now he's like, look at this neighborhood that changed overnight. He was like, we give it 2 or 3 more years, it's going to be completely different. So I hope you own your house and all of that good stuff. And he was just dropping game on me. And I mean, I loved it. I loved it. And I love what's going on with our city and our state. But we gotta, it's really Detroit. They try to put a bad rap on, uh,
No,
we're
there are
tougher
beautiful homes.
town, but you know
There are beautiful homes in Detroit, beautiful people in Detroit.
yeah.
And if I can't say anything before time runs out, buy a home in Detroit. Do it before it's too late. Very soon, only very wealthy people will be able to live in Detroit, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
definitely, I encourage you to buy property, even if you don't want to stay there, even if you just rent it out.
Yeah.
It's another source of income as well as a place you can go back to when things change for the better.
Great. Now, it's one more thing I got to ask you.
Sure.
You're a woman of great things. Of course, you went to the best of schools, and I have as well. But I just want
Anyone, and I
to know,
want to stress that anyone can have great things.
yes, beautiful. How did you get the Spirit of Detroit award?
So I received that reward actually. Uh, and it was from the city county. It was signed by all the city county members and the city county president. And it was a big honor for me because I love Detroit. And it was for my work in the community. I had helped children. I taught school at a lot of Detroit schools after school, helping them catch and teaching them math, science back then, even drama class. A lot of our schools need more money, so a lot of times they're cheated out of their electives, you know. And we could have the next Denzel Washington or David on our hands, and they never got to have drama club to find out that they liked acting in high school.
Yeah.
So I helped with a lot of that. I also helped with, just helping people, fundraisers, giveaways, uh, talent shows, just to bring out the best in others. And they recognized it. I didn't even put in to be recognized. Someone else recognized all that I was doing in the community, and they put in for me. And the city council, they investigated, of course, and they saw the things that I was doing, and it was my pleasure to do it. And they honored me with that award, Spirit of Detroit. And definitely that's the spirit that I have. I'm strong, like my city.
Yeah.
You have Rose Marie on there before.
Yeah.
She's Miss 313. Well, I'm strong like my city, and I got a lot of love like my city. So, and it's power in that. So I love that. Everybody has their own belief. I personally am a Christian, so I keep God ahead of my life.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, no saint, because I don't want you to think I'm
a saint. Go on.
Yeah, but I don't want you to think I'm a saint. Then you see me do something like, hey, I thought that was
And then yeah, MGM.
so,
Yeah.
not perfect,
Right.
but trusting, trusting God, and ask him, say, hey, I think I'll be good at real estate. Is that the job for me? It may not be. Just because you think you'll be good at it doesn't mean it's what you're supposed to do. And that makes a big difference in being successful at what you're doing.
Yeah.
You got to be sure that it's what you're supposed to be doing. I could have, like I said, Kelly could have did real estate, but it wasn't her passion.
It was.
And you just got to make sure that's where you're being led.
Yes. Yes. Beautiful Urte Patrick, the beautiful Urte Patrick, queen of real estate all over the country, all over Michigan for sure. Give us a shout out. What real estate? And also, you can follow me on Kelly Briar Rose on IG. And now, what real estate company are you with, and how would people get in contact with you if you feel comfortable releasing that information?
Okay, so I am with Century 21.
Okay.
And you can personally reach me by email. It's a lot of stipulations, with advertisement and things like that. So I would have to get in touch with my broker and things. So I don't want to get any trouble. It's those laws we talked about and those rules.
Right.
So, but you can reach me at my email. It's just simply my name, Patrick at gmail.com. So that's spelled ARETEPATRICK.
Yeah.
Mail.com. ARETEPATRICK at Gmail. And that's the best way to reach me. I'll be able to get to you sooner and hopefully place you in the home of your dreams.
Yes, and beautiful woman, I thank you. I thank you so much for taking time out. I know you're a very busy woman. I thank you so much time. Thank you so much for taking time out to do this interview on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And
Coolest station in the world.
yes, and to be interviewed by me, Kelly. And you are watching
Amazing.
Entertainment with Kelly, and you can follow me on IG, Kelly Briar Rose. I thank you all so much.
I love you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you, beautiful woman. Thank you.
You are beautiful. It's awful. That's just family love. Family love.
Yeah, but we're the type of girls like we hang around other pretty girls, and it's like, okay, beautiful, come on, But
yes,
it's been a long time.
Our queens, all of our queens.
Yes, we all are.
And you look beautiful. I'm going to tell you, you look beautiful. That's just who I am.
Yes, me too.
Our whole family is. Our whole family's like that.
Exactly. Earthfield, Tequila, everyone. Satora, everyone.
Yeah. And beauty isn't always the best clothes or the best makeup. Sometimes beauty is just a good smile and confidence.
Oh, beautiful. It's our face, even without makeup.
That's right. So we just, we try to push up all our queens.
We do. And everyone is beautiful. And I thank you again for taking time out for me. I thank you.
I thank you. I thank you.
Oh, you rock.
Calling in because that is a busy woman. So that call was a major honor.
Who, Marcel?
Yes, major.
Oh, yes, it's an honor every time she calls and support. It's an honor.
Yes. So.
Yes. Oh, so I thank you, and I thank all of my beautiful callers, Satora and Nisha, and I want everyone to have a great, safe night.
And Tiffany.
Yes, and awesome Tiffany. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.